Welcome back. We are glad you're still there. And now let's go over to Dubai to discuss our Shujaa and Lionesses, how they performed. And of course, our go-to guy on matters rugby, Alex Kinywa, is in studio and he is going to help dissect that. Alex, hujambo?
Sijambo.
How are you doing? You're good?
Arsenali mnaendelea vizuri.
It's not about us now. It's AFCON and Shujaa and Lionesses.
Jua lazima nipige Arsenali kidogo.
Lazima Alex
aweke.
Lazima tulime Arsenali kidogo.
Chelsea wameanza kufufuka.
Hatupendi wakiwa too comfortable. But the Man City won over the weekend.
Yeah.
So you don't be too comfortable. Yes, it was a very good weekend for rugby. A very good outing. But one that rugby lovers in Kenya, I would say, expected. It's been a very good, the team has had a very good trajectory since going down from the HSBC World Rugby Series. And what Kevin Bling is doing with the team is amazing. And not just the Shujaa team, what Mwanja is doing with Lionesses is also very impressive. Actually, I spoke to Mwanja the day before yesterday, and he said he's amazed with how the girls are performing. They are way ahead of schedule because they had not planned to be where they are right now, you know, getting to the finals of the Challenger Series. Looking at Shujaa's performance over the weekend, it is exactly what we've seen over the years. What happened, I remember the last time I was here talking about rugby, we talked about the selection process, which was very, I'll say for lack of a better word, pure. We focused on talent, we focused on performance, we focused on the guys that were doing well in the series. And you see what that now has brought for Kenya. It's a good step. We have 4 more tournaments to go. And it was a very good way to start the whole, the season, because it was the opening leg of the season. And we amassed the maximum points, which is 20 points. Lionesses got 18 for finishing second after, losing in the final. And you can look at the cohesion that the team has. Looking at guys like Patrick Odongo. Patrick Odongo was the star of the team.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what I was going to ask you.
He was the star of the team, scored 11 tries. That's not a mean feat, by the way. And coincidentally, he wears the number 11 jersey, which is very iconic in Kenyan rugby because it was, previously worn by the great himself, Collins Injera. And another coincidence that happened is he debuted in white boots, which reminded me of what the late Benjamin Ayimba told Injera when he debuted with white boots. Nambia kijana, uko na white boots? Hutakuwa Otero. And
he lived to that.
He lived to that. And it's amazing to see that we have someone who is stepping into those huge boots and, sort of feeling them. But this is the first win. We now have to create an environment for the team to win. It is very unfortunate that the last memo the government gave was, they said rugby was a non-priority sport. I hope now, because I saw so many, so many of our leaders, celebrating on X and posting congratulating the team. I hope they review that memo to make now rugby a priority sport, because these boys need a proper environment to train. These performances don't just come because Patrick Odongo is good. They don't come because Tony Omondi is good. They come because the team has had a good camp. I hope they're going to review that. I hope they're going to give that team the best support because they truly deserve it. Yes.
You say you're itching to go before I come back to
I need to clarify something about that's what the government was saying that time, that non-priority sports events. Because that time, KRU was looking for money to take the 7th team, both
invitational tournament.
Yeah. That is the tournament. And so they were saying priority events
at that time.
And I remember the memo was recalled. I remember, to be fair to them. And the kind of reaction...
But after backlash, so to speak.
Absolutely. So the kind of reaction we saw yesterday from many leaders. So it tells us that now they know why actually Wambua and Mwanja did those kind of matches. But also to add, to say, Swila, you look at a blessing in disguise. What is happening to Shujaa is that we have been in a period of transition from a golden generation, because when the likes of Amonde, Injera, Ambaka and the rest are leaving the team, it's like we needed to start from somewhere, maybe in the Challenger, so that we develop a team. Probably. By the time we are getting to the World Series again, then the likes of Odongo are playing the level of Injera, maybe. Yes. So I think it's something good. But importantly is to say this, that when a team has showed character, the way we have seen in Dubai this time round, they need a lot of support. So that we don't have a situation where, again, we are hearing a team has been invited or maybe preparations are supposed to be done somewhere and there's no money for the same. Also to say that when you look at the structure of the league, the way we are playing the Kenya Open, Kenya Cup, sorry, the ladies' side is somehow in the blind side. And therefore, when you see the likes of, what Lionesses are doing today, they are punching above their weight. We need a structure where we are going to facilitate more growth in the women rugby. And we are seeing a very big gap in Africa that if we can do what we need to do with the ladies, then we can see them in the main series. Because it must be remembered, Sweden, that all the time, Shujaa have been enjoying the top league, that is the World Series. But the ladies, the Lionesses, have not broken even to the main league.
Can you, as you wind up this topic, probably, from what you saw in Dubai, do you think our boys will be able to punch back to the top tier, the HSBC series?
I can definitely, I can say that with 101% surety that we will be back. It will take time, but we will be back. Because we have a technical bench that has introduced a new brand of rugby that takes us away from the heat and, the kind of rugby that we were playing, and they're playing to the strength of the team that we have. When you look at, for example, I'll give an example of our game in the semi-finals. Is it semi-final? We were playing against Japan, and Japan were very, I would say, rugged in that game. It was a very different game to what Shujaa were playing in the group matches and, of course, the first knockout. But we saw the freedom to invent. And that is what I remember halftime talk from Bling. That is the freedom that the boys have right now. Bling has a way with the boys and has always, had a way with the young lads because he's seen through most of them. He was coaching in the junior sides. He's gotten a way to deal with these boys. And it's that freedom that now gives them the opportunity to explore. We will be back, but I'll say again, we need a lot of support. And when you look at, for example, I'll react to what Isia said. We are benefiting from what we saw during the National 7 circuit.
Absolutely.
Yes, because the ladies, this season, that is last year, there were more teams in the National 7 circuit, the ladies circuit. This season, there are more teams in Kenya Cup for ladies. I think we have 8 teams. Unlike other seasons, we've had, I think, 4 teams, Northern Suburbs, Mwamba, and Nakuru, and a few other teams that are trying to have ladies teams. So it is good, and I saw Cabraza also starting a ladies team, which is good. It's going to expand the game, because these are the heavyweights in the game. But it is good to see the kind of transition that we're going through. It is absolutely amazing to see the likes of Louis Kisia and Bling, and of course Andre Monde as the strength and conditioning coach.
Local setup, right?
Local setup. And
Can I spice up what he said?
In 30 seconds?
In 30 seconds, the bottom line of what we are discussing here as far as rugby is concerned is leadership. The stability that Sasha has brought into the rugby is something that we've been lacking in all other sports. So once again, I'd like to give kudos to Sasha. A good job that he's doing.
Yeah.
Sports needs stability.
True.
Sports needs stability, says Fred Arocho, and of course Alex Kinywa, breaking it down for us. And we hope Shujaa, of course, Kongole to Vincent, and of course Patrick and the team for that good show. We hope you keep that